On this edition of The Exchange, we dive into the economics of water, a vital resource for sustaining life and development. Can policymakers and business leaders create better solutions for water security before the well runs dry? Welcome to The Exchange. I'm Guy Schoen, bringing you the biggest news and interviews from all around the business world. Access to clean water is a basic human right, yet more than 2 billion people in the world are still cut off from safe drinking water and sanitation. Well, water security is becoming a major priority for many countries, with some even locked in conflict over water resources. Now, according to the OECD, 60% of the global population could face water issues by 2050, with low-income families bearing the brunt of the water crisis. In some areas, water scarcity could cause a dent on economic growth by as much as 6% of GDP. But if universal access to clean water and sanitation can be achieved, it could generate more than $18 billion in economic benefits. And that's what organisations like the World Water Council is advocating, tightening public and private partnerships to better people's lives through ensuring water and economic security. Well, let's speak to Loic Fachon, president of the World Water Council. It's an international think tank based in Marseille, France. Welcome to the show, Loic. So, getting everyone access to clean water, how is that work likely to change then in the future?
Water has to become everywhere politics. It's our main slogan. Water is politics. And saying to the political leaders in the world, stop ignoring water. Taps before guns. And you can understand what does it mean very concretely in the state budget and at all levels, international, nationals, and local levels.
So stop ignoring water. Water is politics. A strong message there from the president of the World Water Council. For countries in arid regions like the Middle East, water scarcity has been a challenge to overcome for decades. But with the development of technology, the goal of achieving water security through sustainable means is now closer than ever. To do that, Qatar teamed up with Spanish water management company Aguas de Valencia. The firm is one of the oldest in the business, with roots dating back to the late 1800s. Well, the award-winning team are pioneers in digitising systems on a global scale. Our reporter Laila Hamira has more.
Yes, Guy, we're here at the biggest water treatment facility in Qatar, where the entire process of making wastewater safe for use again is being powered by Aguas de Valencia's smart solutions. Let's take a look. Sewage in its raw form is a sight few want to see. Yet this water treatment facility west of the capital Doha is where trucks upon trucks of wastewater end up. Here, the sewage goes through multiple stages of biological treatment filtration and high-pressure sanitization before becoming clean water. Now, it's not water that's safe to drink. That's done in a different plant. In this facility, the goal is to make dirty water clean and clean enough to be reused again to irrigate fields and parks all around Qatar.
We are doing this to optimize all the water need in order to use the very accurate quantity of water, depending on the plants, depending on the weather, depending on the forecast.
Qatar may be located in an arid region, but that doesn't mean it doesn't get any rain. And when it does, the country is equipped to capitalize on the precious resource.
Here in Qatar, when it's rain, the quantity of rain is very high in a very short period of time. So we have to be very ready in order to treat and to keep for a period of time of that peak rain in order to treat 100% of the water.
By tapping on tech solutions and the help of Aguas de Valencia's award-winning water management infrastructure, Qatar is turning the tide on water scarcity.
So we've seen how international partnerships and the use of technology can help alleviate water scarcity issues. But with the uncertainty of climate change and other potential conflicts over water resources, how will the role of water governance shift in the years to come? Well, I put this question to Ariana Romano. She's the head of the Water Governance and Circular Economy Unit at the OECD.
There is not so much water on this planet, it cannot be given for granted. So we need to save every drop to an efficient water management. We need to be smarter, we need to follow circular economy frameworks and approach that could close the loopholes in the water field. And then it's important to think in systems, to value water as an asset and to link it to other policies or sectors that have a direct or indirect effect on water, for example, energy, for example, waste or urban and regional development.
Now it's time for our regular feature, Business in 60 Seconds. Start the clock. The European Central Bank makes its interest rate decision. Frankfurt-based policymakers have been busy battling inflation, trying to stay close to the ECB's stated goal of 2%. Well, beyond rate hike decisions, analysts continue to monitor how the world's biggest trading bloc can stay safely out of recession. German automaker Volkswagen releases its full-year results. The car giant has been getting to grips with the electric power revolution, recently announcing a range of battery and charging innovations. The group, hoping for a strong set of figures, claim that combining pulse inverters and thermal management systems can create new efficiencies of up to 20%. Also due out with its full-year report is British insurance company Prudential. A consistently strong performer this year, the group has also been busy as an institutional investor, increasing its shares in other well-known brands like food giant Kellogg and Kimberly-Clark. The OECD's warning that 60% of the world's population could face water issues by the year 2050 points to a crisis that's hard to ignore. A humanitarian catastrophe, plus global GDP potentially plunging 6%. But as we heard from our guests, the opportunity to get it right is just as awesome. Universal access to clean water and sanitation not only helps the very poorest people in society, it also brings with it a multi-billion-dollar economic boost. Well, that's all we have time for on this edition of the show. Thank you for watching. Please do check out Euronews.com for all your latest business news. And join us again next time on The Exchange.